All right, shut up. Let's drink. Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Pal's Croatian Kitchen, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm not wearing an apron. That's because we're not cooking today, but we are trying Rakija. Rakija is a fruit brandy popular in the Balkan region, which is where Croatia is. And while you can get most of these that I have here from the store, everyone usually makes their own. This one here is made by my Aunt Ivanka, and this one was made by Joey. And then that up there is the limoncello that I'm making. And over the summer, I made one from figs. The point is, people like to make the rakia partly because it's really easy. When I made the one over the summer with the figs, I took the same jar I have up there, filled it maybe this much of sugar, then the rest with figs, and poured Loza over it, and let it sit in the sun for a few weeks. Super simple, and it tastes amazing, and you have that satisfaction that you made something. So here we have 7 rakias: Loza, Pelin, Limoncello, Breskovica, Jujula, Borovnica, and Teranino. We also have a special 8th one that I'll pull out later, and we'll see what that might be. It's one of my favorite ones, and I'll leave it at that. So, without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to start with Loza. Loza is distilled from grapes. It's going to be similar to Italian grappa. It's very strong. It's basically just pure alcohol, 40%, so not as bad as Everclear, but it's still not the best for drinking. The main use of Loza is to make other rakijas. Let's take a shot of this. I've already taken a shot of this one on the Goveja Juha episode. I know what it's going to be like, and I'm doing this for you. I hate this one. There's a reason you don't really drink this. So, Živia. It just burns. It has no flavor. It's the reason you make other stuff. I forgot to introduce the water. I have water here because water is important. Yeah, this is just pure alcohol. I don't know what to say about it other than it has no flavor and it's a base for everything else. I don't like Loza. Let's move on to something better. I know I said that we'll move on to something better, but we're actually moving on to Pelin, which is another thing I don't love, but I do actually like it more. So Pelin, which is short for Pelinkovac, is a type of distilled herbal liqueur. There's 2 types of Pelin. This one is called Antique. It's going to be a little bit sweeter. And then there's the original, which is differentiated from Antique by being called Gorki, which means bitter. So let's go ahead and pour a bit of Pelin. If you're out, you'll probably actually get this much. Croatians can be very stingy when you're getting hard liquor out. I do want some ice in this though, so it's not straight and it's a little cold. So I'm gonna grab some ice and flop some in. Let's give it our taste. Živia. Still bitter, but actually not as bad. I think, like I said, I've been coming around to it. I don't hate it as much as I used to. It is still very bitter, but it does have that sweetness to it, and it's a little syrupy. Bitter and herbal is the best way to describe it. All right, now we're moving on to something a little bit sweeter. We have limoncello. Yes, limoncello. This is a Croatian limoncello. I know that limoncello is generally associated with Italy and thought to be something that is Italian. However, Croatia has its own. There's this one from the island of Vis. There's mine up there that is steeping. My aunt makes one. Limoncello exists outside of Italy, and I hate how Italians think that Italian cuisine is like the final word when it comes to just cuisine in general. Like, this is it. And I also hate, probably even more, is that everything in Italian cuisine is so codified that you can't change anything without having like brigades of them out on the internet being like, this is in the carbonara because you use pancetta, like boli me curaca. If I want to use pancetta, I will use pancetta and call it a carbonara. There's nothing you can do about it. It grinds my gears because I just don't get it. Like, honest to God, every day I wake up and thank God that I'm not Italian. So let's just grab our, I think the yellow glass is perfect for this one. I hadn't even planned that. We're going with the yellow glass here for our limoncello. Let's go and pour. I don't mind shooting more of this. It's still not all the way, but that's fine. That's first thing right off the bat. Like, it smells of lemon, which of course it does, but it's a nice pure lemon flavor. There's no hint of alcohol on the smell. Much different than the Loza, so much better. Jivia. So while there wasn't any amount of alcohol in the smell, you definitely do taste it. I think this one is a little too strong for my liking. I would like it a little bit sweeter. That was the limoncello. Up next, we have the breskovica. So this here is Joey's breskovica. Breskovica is made from peaches. The word for peach in Croatian is breskva. So breskovica, rakija from breskva, or peaches. Joey told everyone that he wanted to make it from peaches, and everyone else, like every Croatian that he knew, told him not to do that because peaches are too watery. It's not going to turn into a good rakija. However, ever the American, he said, I don't care, and I'm going to do it anyway, and it actually turned out pretty good. I did try it before, with him, of course, and now that unfortunately he has left the country, he entrusted me with the rest of his rakija, and now I will share it all with you. So here we have a pink glass. I'm doing great on this glass. What did I do the first one? So the first one was gray. I think gray is a great color for the Loza. Then it was yellow for limoncello. Now we have pink for the peaches. Even though this isn't pink, it's fine. I would be kind of concerned if this was pink, I'll be honest. Maybe peaches aren't that pink, but more orange. Oh well. It still looks good in the glass, though. If anything good has come from this, it's my ability to match the color of the liquid to the shot glass. Hopefully, the rest of them match up as well, as I am running out of colors to choose from. Anyway, Jivia. I didn't want to shoot it. I felt that'd be wrong. But it's not. It does taste like peaches. Like, it is peachy. There's something else in there, too. There's another flavor, almost pineapple-y. Joey said it tastes better with pineapple juice, which I guess makes sense because I swear I taste some pineapple in this. Anyway, Joey's breskovica. I don't understand why the Croatians... No, I do understand why the Croatians told them not to do it, but it is good. I do like it. Maybe not for December 8th, but this is, I think, the perfect summer rakija. Up next, we have Teta Ivanka's Zizula. This comes from Juju Berries. I did not know those existed in Croatia, or even that my Teta Ivanka had Juju Berries until she gave this to me. And this one actually has still some Juju Berries there in at the bottom. I had this once, but I don't remember exactly what it tasted like. I don't really have anything else to say about it, so we're going with the green glass this time. I think Juju Berries are green, or maybe they're green before they're ripe and then they turn red. Look, I don't even know what a Juju Berry is. I just thought it was something made up, to be honest. But however, I do have rakija from it, so I don't have much to say about this one. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Definitely the most I've poured for myself. Visually, it looks closest to the Pelin. I mean, oh, I wonder if this is what Juju Berries smell like. Teta Ivanka, thank you for this. Jivia. Ooh, no, I don't like that. Ooh, it's not that it's strong. It's definitely not strong. It's from a sweet versus strong liquor flavor perspective, this is really good. I do like the balance that she got going on here. I don't think I like jujubes because of it. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't like jujubes. That's enough of that. Let's move on to something that I know I like because I've had it a bunch. Borovnica. This one is made from blueberries and is also the first rakija that I remember ordering, or actually that I ordered myself. So let us grab a glass. Ah, the blue one. Okay, I have been what are we up to? 5 now? 5 for 5, I think, on these glasses. Maybe 4.5. The peach one, the pink and the peach was a bit off, but it's okay. We have borovnica now. We'll take a shot. I know I'm going to take this whole thing because I love it so much. It does taste like blueberries. It smells like blueberry. All right, Jivia. It's so good. It tastes like blueberry juice almost. It's so sweet, but it's not syrupy. Like the Pelin was a little syrupy. This isn't syrupy. It's the perfect middle ground between the syrupiness of the Pelin and the wateriness of Joey's Breskvica. That being said, the Pelin isn't like syrupy. It is definitely a liquid. It's just syrupy-er than this. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Get your hands on some borovnica. Up next, we have, what do we have next? Teranino. Oh, I love Teranino. Teranino's so good. Teranino, up next. Teranino is made from wine made from Teran, a type of grape native to the Istria region in Croatia. That's that little triangle-shaped peninsula in the northwest part of the country. It is similar to Rakija because it is sweetened, it is spiced too, and it is also fortified. I think of it as the Croatian port, although it's not really a fortified wine in the way that port is. It's more of a sweetened fortified wine that I don't think there's a really specific word for it. I think it's just Teranino is Teranino. So I'm going to use a normal glass for it. I don't think it makes sense to take it out of a shot glass. I don't know if that's really giving it the respect that I don't know if you would say it deserves, but I feel that I should give it because it is one of my favorite things to drink. I love this stuff. As you can see by drinking all of it, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. Like I was saying before, I like my liquors sweeter, but I like my wine drier. This is not necessarily towing the line of being too sweet, but it's definitely getting to the point where I think it might be too sweet as far as wines go. But it has a bit of fortification, and I think this is what, 16.5%. So definitely more than a normal bottle of wine, but it's the perfect little sweet but strong note to end a meal on. We have a surprise eighth Rakija. Surprise! It's a bowl. No, I'm just kidding. It is, of course, a bowl, but inside of it is what we care about. So Thanksgiving was like two weeks ago, and for that I made an apple pie. I had a bunch of leftover apples. I cut up way too many apples, but I was thinking to myself, what could I do with all the leftover apples? So what I did is I took them and I put them into this bowl. Obviously, this is where this is going. And I took the Loza that I tried before and filled it up to the top, added some sugar, some cinnamon, and let it steep for about 2 weeks. Actually, exactly 2 weeks. And now we're going to try it. So this is a general way of how you make rakia. You take a fruit, you add sugar, and if you want spices, you add some spices into it, and let it sit. So let's give it a taste. First, we have to obviously get it out of this bowl. So I'm going to grab another bowl. We're going to take a strainer and some cheesecloth just to make sure if there's any like smaller particles in there, nothing gets into our finished product. And from that, we will take our taste. I cannot get over this color. It literally looks like liquid gold. It's so nice. And the flavor of like the apples in there. Okay, the last glass. And it is orange. It is so close to the. Well, since I don't have any good way of pouring this out, I'm just gonna dunk it in. Now let's get a good amount. Okay. Sure, it's a little crude, but who are you gonna tell? Jivia. That's pretty good. I'm not upset with that at all. I like this. Apple cinnamon is one of my favorite Rakijas. The bar that I go to do trivia at every week has a really good bottle of it, and whenever we win, we get a free shot, and I always get a free shot of that. I will say this is definitely more alcoholic, and I definitely did not do a great job at the steeping. I just kind of threw it all together, but for what I did, I really like how it turned out. And here we have all of our Rakijas plus the special secret eighth one. I really hope you enjoyed this short break from our regularly scheduled programming, but don't worry, next week we'll be back with Sekali Goulash. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed. Happy New Year. Želim svima sretna I uspješna Nova godina. Vitamin D, the most important vitamin. You know what I mean.